Welcome to 0 to 60. Matt McChesney. I am the owner and operator of 60 Football Academy and 60 Equipment. Played at the University of Colorado from 2004. 6 years in the National Football League on both sides of the football.
That was his dream to play for Colorado.
When McChesney grew up in Colorado, always wanted to be a Buffalo, has had a great career.
I'm Matt McChesney. This is 0 to 60. That is Coach Prime. We are at the University of Colorado. Brother, thank you so much. Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to 0 to 60. I'm your host, Matt McChesney. Bailey's on the ones and the twos as usual. This is 0 to 60. Big thanks to Believe and FanDuel and everybody that supports the show. We have a lot to talk about today. We're going to start with the NFL. Then we'll get into college football, and then we'll get into the Buffs, and then we'll get you out of here. Great weekend of football. I mean, fuck, man, that was awesome. So, yeah, let's talk about this shit and enjoy the rest of Monday.
Let's talk about it, Matt. 0 to 60, the premier show for Colorado Buffaloes football coverage, brought to you by the Believe Network and FanDuel. If you're watching, pound the like button, subscribe, and become a member. Matt, what an unbelievable weekend of football. I'm going to just start there. It's an unbelievable weekend of football, man. But before we get into it, how was your weekend, my man?
Good. Great. You know, a lot of work and a lot of football. That's what it is. I'm soaking it in because it's about to be over, and that is like purgatory for football fans because you got to watch fucking basketball until the playoffs, and then baseball starts. That shit's fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. At least, look, the Broncos, the Avs, and the Nuggets could all win the title. That would be pretty cool. All at the same time.
No shot for
that would be a threesome parade. Hey.
What a start to the show. Let's start with the NFL, Matt, and let's dive into it here. Man, let's just start with the Rams, Matt. So Matthew Stafford and the Rams, that was a way closer game than I would have expected. The Rams damn near lost. I mean, it was a close game all the way to the end. The Rams ended up going down and scoring, and that was that. The Panthers couldn't respond, and Jimmy Horn dropped the pass on fourth down. What were your thoughts on this Rams game, Matt? Because I was worried for a sec because I did pick, my lock pick was Rams minus 10.5. That didn't fucking work out at all. But that was a really good game. But the Rams escaped Charlotte and Carolina.
Well, when Carolina scored with 2 minutes left, I was pretty pumped because I thought they were actually going to pull it off. And I actually picked Carolina. And everybody told me I was crazy, but they almost pulled that shit off if they don't play fucking prevent defense. If you notice, when Carolina got the ball back with 30 seconds left, the Rams heated Bryce Young up. They just came after his ass as hard as they could. I mean, sitting back and watching Matt Stafford pick him apart, that's what he does. I mean, you had to know this was probably going to happen. All these games were fucking nail biters, except for, of course, the Chargers charging.
You're always right about the Chargers.
The Chargers are a fucking fraud, period. I mean, they're like a Disneyland NFL franchise. We'll talk about them.
About Herbert.
Well, we'll talk about them in a second. Look, Stafford is the MVP. They're not going to give it to Drake May. The Rams are for real, and Chicago's going to have their hands full. And look, the Rams deserve to win that game. They made more plays. Carolina had their shots, but Puka Nacua is a fucking animal, and Sean McVay's just an offensive genius. So are they vulnerable? Yes. Is everybody vulnerable? Yes. That's the thing, is everybody. There's nobody that I'm like, no one's scared of anyone, but everyone can lose. So the Rams go to the Bears. The Bears-Packers was incredible also. Caleb Williams, dog, you can paint your fucking toenails if that's the way you're going to play. I mean, this shit he's really impressing the fuck out of me. And
what do you think of his play, man? Because I just sit here, I'm like, look, I know he wasn't throwing to this cap, but this is an unbelievable. He figured it out, man. He is.
See, and that's the thing, Bailey. I don't even think he has figured it out yet. I think he's just really comfortable with Ben Johnson and making plays. His completion percentage is still dog shit. I mean, he throws the ball out of bounds more than Jalen Hurts does, but he's got the fourth quarter bug. He's a fucking gamer, bro. And
he figures it out, and he's electric in the fourth quarter, man. I was sitting there watching, and I watched him like cussing out the players on the side. He's like yelling and shit. I'm like, here we go. And his completion percentage is shitty. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And then all of a sudden, they're unbelievable when it comes to crunch time, man. They should just play with like they're down 14 the whole game. Shit.
That's what I was saying. Like, why would you, if you're Ben Johnson, why don't you just play like this all the time? You know, like the Buffalo Bills way back in the day before they went on their 4-peat loss cycle, which is still extremely impressive. He just lost 4 times. The year before they lost in Cleveland, but they had like 34 points and they ran the fucking hurry up the whole time. And they just put pressure on you and they never huddled. And Marv Levy in the offseason was like, why don't we just do this the entire time? And they went to 4 straight Super Bowls. So I'm not saying that's what the Bears are going to do, but fuck, bro. I mean, let's go. Just stop trying to be tricky and shit and just turn this fucking animal loose. But some guys need to be down to be their best. John Elway was like that. Josh Allen like that. Bo Nix is like that. I mean, let's be real. You know, Williams is like that. There's a lot of guys that are like that, and then there's a lot of guys who just are products of the system moving to Philadelphia. So, you know, like the Eagles losing to the 49ers. Look, Kyle Shanahan's a fucking absolute genius coach. If San Francisco or any of the faithful want him fired, you're a fucking moron. Please fire him so someone else can hire him. He'll be fucking
now. I can't wait to talk about that game in a second.
He's what?
Well, no, I wanted to ask you about the rivalries and the handshakes with LaFleur and Ben Johnson, because I know how big you are on rivalries and shit. And I just before we transition.
No, I dig it. That's a good interrupt. I like that.
Because I wanted to interject. So I have no issue with this. I love this shit. I love that the fuck the Packers is back. I'll show that to Ben Johnson after the game to his team.
Yeah, you're fucking right.
I love that shit, and I love that the Bears went from Eberflus and LaFleur sitting next to each other at a courtside game. Now these guys are like, fuck each other. Now these teams hate each other again. I love it. Matt, what are your thoughts?
I fucking absolutely love it. Fuck the Packers. Fuck them is exactly what you want to hear from the goddamn Bears. That's right. And they beat them twice for the first time since like 1992 or some shit. And it's their first time beating them in the playoffs. So, yeah, fuck the Packers. Fuck them. That's how everybody in Chicago feels. The only people that don't like this are fucking soft pussies who don't like the NFL anyway. You're offended because he said fuck the Pack. Oh, he offended the Pack. Fuck you. Fuck your soft ass. Don't watch the games anymore. And look what Pat McAfee said about the media, how like 95% of them don't even like football. I agree, bro. And the commentators, 95% of them don't know football. We'll talk about that shit in a minute. Tony Romo, terrible. Tom Brady did a really good job. Chris Collinsworth was fucking so bad, bro.
Oh, it's like half a sleepless.
Oh, my God, dog. Like,
he puts me in sleep talk, listening to talk.
While Justin Herbert's getting fucking murdered. Look, I love this. I don't care about the handshake shit. They're rivals. They hate each other. People in Green Bay hate the people in Chicago. The people in Chicago hate the people in Green Bay. And the reason is the fucking football team. So let's not get this twisted. I remember a world where, you know, the Broncos-Raiders rivalry wasn't taken seriously in Denver by Wade Phillips when he was the coach. It was just another game. And Pat Bowlen intentionally hired Mike Shanahan, who had got fired by Al Davis, who was an ex-Bronco assistant and won Super Bowls in San Francisco as an assistant. Obviously, everybody knows who Mantan Shanahan is. But before he became Mike Shanahan, he got an opportunity because he walked into Pat Bowlen's office and said, the Raiders rivalry means something. Fuck these guys. And made a point to just beat the shit out of them for fucking 15 years. And everyone knew, like, it made things more serious. And if you don't think the Chiefs are a rival and you don't think the Raiders are a rival in Denver, then you're not a fucking Bronco fan. The Chargers are a joke franchise. They're a fucking Disneyland, pop fucking NSYNC, Backstreet Boy, fucking stupid-ass franchise that can't find a home and doesn't have a fan base. And no one gives a fuck. Let's just be real. But yeah, man, that's the kind of rivalry this is. This is the oldest rivalry in the NFL and arguably the best. And the hatred's real, and it's better when Chicago's good. And Green Bay's been on the winning side of this for a lot of years, and now Chicago's got a fucking monster at quarterback, and you've got Jordan Love. And look, Jordan Love threw 4 touchdowns.
I thought he played a hell of a game.
He played great.
He played great. Next year, they're going to be fine, man.
Next year, this game is going to be a fucking war when Green Bay's healthy and Chicago's better, because guess what Chicago is now? Chicago is now a destination. They got a rookie they got a quarterback on a rookie deal, and you get that defense playing up to par, because I don't think they're going to make it out of the NFC. They're not my Super Bowl pick. I wouldn't be surprised if the Rams beat them, but I also wouldn't be surprised if they win. So,
this charade. I'm sorry, I can't.
Bro,
cannot
like actually saying that they don't have a chance at home against the Rams is so naive after what you've seen them do against everyone.
Oh, I'm not saying they don't have a chance, but I'm like, it's the really going way into the Rams here, because you watch the Bears team. They play 3 shitty quarters of football.
Yeah, they always do.
This is consistent, and then they come
out.
So
did the Rams.
They can do that against the Rams.
Time out, Bailey. So did the Rams. The Rams played 4 shitty quarters and 2 minutes of good football. So again, everybody's vulnerable.
The Bears match up with the Rams like that. I think Stafford will pick that defense apart in Chicago.
He fucking better. They better figure out a way to block Booker and Sweat, because if they don't, this is going to be a really interesting game, to say the least. It'll be tight either way. No one's getting blown out. The Niners going to Philly, like we said, that game that's what the Niners do. I mean, every time they make the playoffs, they make the NFC title game or the Super Bowl, or they just don't make the playoffs. So if I'm Seattle, this is the worst case scenario.
Yeah, it's going to be this is a tough matchup for Seattle.
Just like the Broncos.
It's better than the Rams. Again, I think the Rams was by far the worst matchup for Seattle. I thought they got lucky when San Fran won. Now, I want to get to that game. Let me ask you about Josh Allen and the Bills. So
let's just stay on that game and then go to the AFC.
That's right. Let's stick on this.
All good. Look. What San Francisco did is phenomenally impressive. Philadelphia let them do it because they are so awful on offense. I mean, it is hard to watch. Jalen Hurts, again, he's captain throw out of bounds. There's no consistency with the offense coordinator. The A.J. Brown should be ashamed of himself. I mean, you can yell at the coach all you want for him telling you to catch the ball or get off the field or whatever, but you're just a prima donna bitch, dude. I mean, you sound like a fucking idiot. You dropped 3 wide open first down conversions. One of them could have been a touchdown. The other one, you could have ran away from everybody. You can't complain and then underperform consistently. He's got terrible hands. They need to move him out of Philadelphia. Just don't do it in Denver. We don't need that guy.
That's fair.
Just please, he's a good player, but ship him to
the Chargers.
Go to the Panthers or something, or fucking just go somewhere really small market where no one gives a shit. Jacksonville, we're about to talk about them. They're a small market. But look, San Francisco going to Seattle. We'll preview that as the week goes on, but it's as bad of a draw for the Seahawks as it is a bad draw the Bills for the Broncos. So both number 1 seeds are going to be tested right out of the gate. And I know Seattle mopped up San Francisco 13-3 in the final game. They lost in the opener to them at home.
Mm-hmm.
This is a playoff game, though. The last time San Francisco went to Seattle in the playoffs was the NFC title game, and that was a war. Teams are different, times are different, but the rivalry is definitely not changed. These two teams hate each other big time. And there's respect, but there's some fucking discontent, to say the least. So we'll see what happens. But Philadelphia, there's got to be some changes. They've got to figure out a way to, like, I don't know, run the offense through a running court. Stop trying to turn Jalen Hurts into fucking Donovan McNabb. Let Jalen Hurts just be Jalen Hurts. Like, the fact that guy doesn't run the ball 15 times a game is ridiculous. Like, quarterback runs, not fucking
like quarterback
bootlegs and like scrambles and shit. Yeah. So, I mean, Justin Herbert ran more fucking design runs than Jalen Hurts did. So, yeah, San Francisco, excellent. Philadelphia, congratulations on not going back to back. That shit is hard. But they'll be back. I mean, it's not like Philadelphia's going to get any worse.
No, they just need to. I think they need to make the coordinator change offensively, because some of the holy shit, I was losing my mind in that game. But in a good way, because I bet the Niners in the under made me a pretty penny. So shots to the Niners getting that dub. The minute I saw Lane Johnson was out, Trent Williams was playing, that was enough for me to take the Niners. And that's front, and I picked them out here too. Going to Jacksonville here, Matt. This is a big game. Josh Allen ends up getting it done. Jacksonville, it was a close game, kind of slow, low scoring. Josh Allen, ends up making a play at the end, hitting Brandon Cooks to end up, and then they go tush push on fourth down.
Bro, this fucking play is
10 fucking yards. I thought it was unbelievable. It was awesome.
I was screaming at the TV.
Like, fuck.
Bro, it was fucking one of the sexiest things I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, offensive line.
I was watching it like, fuck yeah! I was screaming at the TV. It was awesome.
Because I bet the Bills and Josh Allen to score. He'd already scored, and I'm sitting here like, fuck, they better, fourth down, they better get this shit here.
But it's a 13-yard.
And then they push him in the end zone. I'm like, all right. But what are your thoughts?
Look, this game was phenomenal. The fourth quarter was fucking crazy, just like the other two. I mean, the Niners game was fucking awesome. The fucking the opener, the Carolina LA game was awesome. This game was incredible. Even last night's game wasn't good, but it wasn't terrible. I mean, it was great defense. Look, this football game, Josh Allen got his first road win. That's good. It was a home game for the Bills. I love the shot above is all red and blue everywhere, and just a little bit of that teal sprinkled in. So there was a ton of Bills faithful there, or Bills Mafia as they call them. Look, man, Josh Allen is a bad motherfucker. If you don't like this guy, it's personal at this point. Like, he is just tough as nails.
Dude, they were several hitting him. You see the Jags line, dog? Oh my god!
But what I love about him is he gives it back. Like, he's gonna fucking. He's not gonna be. Yeah, he slides sometimes, but he lowers his shoulder more often than not. Yeah. Where a lot of these, like Trevor Lawrence, instead of diving, just run your 6'6" ass for the first down, and you might win the game. So, look, he's tough. As a Bronco fan and as an ex-Bronco, I'm never going to forgive John Elway, who I love, who's my favorite player ever. I'll never forgive him for drafting Bradley Chubb over Josh Allen. I'll never forgive him. Allen, yeah. And now we got to go through him, and I'm going to the divisional round. I'm sure it'll be the early game Saturday. At least I hope it is, so I get to watch the other three. But my life's going to be rocking, but this guy scares the shit out of me. He's a fucking animal. If you don't like him, you don't like football, bro. Let's just be real. If the Broncos don't win it, I can't help but root for this guy this year to win it. Just because it's the last year in Highmark. They're moving into the new stadium. Like, win the Super Bowl and go burn Highmark to the fucking ground like a goddamn fire you could see from space. I just, I feel like Buffalo kind of deserves it. But at the same time, being a Bronco fan, they have got to hit this guy. You got to hit him probably 20 times. You got to sack him 8 or 9 times. You got to turn him over. You need to beat him up worse than Jacksonville just did, and Jacksonville beat the shit out of him. Yeah. And you know what he did? He smiled and came right back at him even harder and out-physicaled them as the game went on with the sneaks and just can you understand how demoralizing a 13-yard fucking sneak is?
Yeah, tush. Yeah, they just put the fuck out of
everybody. They were just
13 yards.
Jacksonville quit because they got tired of getting hit in the fucking mouth over and over again. And it wasn't them just rushing the ball. It's the repetitive, every single play we have to deal with Josh Allen, whether he's throwing the ball or running the ball out of the pocket or running a fucking sneak. But there's no letdown. There's a lot of quarterbacks where they just kind of hand the ball off and stand there. Or, they'll throw the ball out of bounds and you have no threat of them actually running the ball and being aggressive in that nature and dictating to you. This motherfucker, if you're not on every minute of every defensive play, he's going to make a play that changes the game and you're going to lose. And that's my biggest fear moving into this game against the Broncos. So, we'll obviously talk about it as the week goes on. The game's not until Saturday, but that's a hell of a matchup. And honestly, that's the AFC title game. Because I don't think New England's ready for that, especially on the road. If Denver does win, if they get Buffalo at home, maybe. But I wouldn't be surprised if the winner of tonight's game beats New England in the divisional round, honestly. So, yeah, that Jacksonville-Buffalo game was fucking lights out.
I got to ask you about this. So I don't know if you saw this. Liam Cohen had his press conference after the game. A local Jacksonville Jags reporter, journalist, editor, whoever, kind of uplifted him after the game in a press conference. And I'm going to give my thoughts after, and you can too, but I thought it was odd. Take a listen.
Congratulations on your success, young man. Thank you. Hold your head up, all right? You guys have had a most magnificent season.
Thank you.
You did a great job out there today.
Appreciate
so you just hold your head up, okay?
Thank
and
you.
ladies and gentlemen, Duval, you the one, all
Thank
right?
you,
you keep it going. We got another season, okay?
I appreciate it.
Take care and much continued success to you and the entire team.
Thank you, ma'am.
Cool. I'm sorry. That's his wife's job, not the fucking reporter. Ask him a fucking question. I don't know. I'm with the reporters on this, going at him on fucking Twitter. Why?
So, people are going after the lady on Twitter?
No, people, actually, everyone, the public, I'd say, is supporting her and uplifting this. Reporters and myself, but I'm most of them what? Why? Why is she asking this? That ain't her fucking job to ask this. That's his wife. She gonna go home and get that. That's my take on it.
He's gonna go home and get congratulated by a reporter? I don't understand what the problem is.
I'm saying that this same message is the same shit. This is what his wife's going to say to him. This is what his family's going to say to him. Why is the reporter?
His wife's going to tell him to keep his chin up?
It's completely unnecessary. I think it's unnecessary to ask this at a press conference, personally. Especially after a loss. It's what the
did she ask any questions or what was that?
No, that's what it was.
And she works for the paper or what?
So here, let me pull up her name here.
I'm just confused on what the problem is. All she did was say "good job." What's wrong with saying "good job"?
No, but I don't. I'm shocked you have this angle on this. I thought you would have had.
I don't understand what the problem is.
I'm on this. I don't agree. I think it's completely unnecessary, and it's as a journalist, you're supposed to not do that. You're what the fuck are we doing here?
Is she a local Jacksonville beat writer?
We're here. So here's her.
So she
Lynn Jones.
Okay, cool. She works in Jacksonville. She covers the team. All right, cool. And she's a Southern black lady.
Yes.
And she was congratulating her team on a 13-win season.
Yeah, I'll be the hater.
And she just lost a fucking. And she's wholesome and Southern and probably religious and loving and probably fucking everyone loves her and she loves everybody and she's just giving him.
Dude, that's not fuck that. That's not for the fucking press conference. Are we just we just hand everybody?
If he doesn't have a problem with it, what do I care? Why the fuck do I? Why do I care?
I can't.
So you time out a second. You and everyone who has a problem with this, you have a problem with Lynn Jones congratulating the head coach of Jacksonville, who went 4-13 last year and just went 13-4 and lost. At the end of the game. Yeah, but hold on, time out. You got to say your piece. Shut the fuck up. You have a problem with her saying congratulations, keep your head up. You guys are going to be great next year. It's been a pleasure covering the team. I bet you they know each other and she's there every day. I doubt this is the first question she's asked because it seems like he knows her because he's saying, well, thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So he's also got a little bit of Southern gentleman in him.
Supposed to say react pissed off? You're like, what the fuck?
I mean, judging by your reaction and all the other people who have a problem with someone being nice, it seems like, yeah, maybe you want him to. I don't know. What is he supposed to say? Hey, Lynn, shut the fuck up. We just lost, bitch. Mind your fucking business. What do you want him to? What is he supposed to just be a dick because she said congratulations?
No. He didn't. What's Liam Cohen supposed to do? That's not my point. I'm saying she shouldn't be.
He's not. Time out. He's not supposed to do shit. This isn't an. I can't believe this is actually a topic of conversation. Number one. Number two. He said thank you 3 times and they moved on. I don't understand what the fuck the problem is at all. Like, is it because, it's because it's a woman asking the question or saying something nice, huh? If one of the male beat reporters said it, it would have been like, he's just giving him a high five.
Let's think about this
on the ass, right? Yeah, okay.
Oh, let's think about this optically for a sec. So
it seems like
he's going to say that.
Hold on a second. I hear fucking male reporters all the fucking time say before they ask a question, hey, coach, really great game. Congratulations on all your success this year. Team's good. No, time the fuck out. Coach, congratulations. Congratulations on the 1 seed, Sean Payton. You've really had a great year. You really turned things around from 2 years ago when you took the job over. I just want to say it's been a pleasure watching you guys play this year. How is that any fucking different? Because it happens every fucking game, every press conference. That is what happened. She's just saying congratulations. I can't believe this. Look, okay. I'm going to be blunt when I say this. If you have a problem with this lady who obviously is awesome and probably has really good intentions, and now I want to read some of her stuff. I'm going to look it up just to read about that small market piece of shit team in Jacksonville. If she wants to be nice, man, fuck her. Well, who is she to be nice to him? That fucking asshole.
Nice. I got about nice, unreal. Nah, you're unreal.
I'm Team Lynn. This is bullshit.
This. All right.
If you're hating on Lynn, fuck you.
All right. Nah. Why is it allowed? Is the question.
Why
is she in there asking the question?
Because she works for. Because she's the beat writer and she's the editor and she works for, and that's her job.
Let's move forward.
That's okay. I'll say this.
Totally disagree on you.
Hey, Jacksonville. 1, 2, 3. Cabo. Sorry, motherfuckers. My bad. There's like 4 fans. They're like, Jacksonville is like the fucking East Coast Chargers. So, again, no one gives a shit. So, except for Lynn. Lynn cares. Fuck, I feel sorry for Lynn today. Her team blew it. And then she said something nice to the coach, and everyone was like, fuck you, Lynn.
That's not
dare you be nice.
Oh, my God.
Fuck you, bitch. Fuck her. Oh, she's unprofessional. What a bunch of bullshit.
Polar disagree with you on that. But, Matt, let's move forward. We got to dive into Colorado.
Yeah, you want to know? $50 says I'm right. That's right, dog.
Agree or disagree.
Hey, you fucking put that one up fast. Hey, we appreciate you watching. You're a bad motherfucker. $50 says I'm right, and you put that. That was so fast. You flashed that one up there so quick. That was fucked up. I see your game today on Monday, motherfucker.
What? Whoa.
Yeah, I see you. Yeah, there you go.
Leave it up there for the rest of the fucking show. I don't give a fuck. That has nothing to do with it.
I don't know what your name is, but I'll take the $50.
Just said Dr. Bob and a bunch of letters and numbers. So
Dr. Bob. I bet you that's Dr. Bob Botox. I bet you that's what that means. Boom. Code words, son.
Looks like it.
Yeah, what's up? Next topic. We got
to talk CU, man, because we've gone 30 minutes about arguing.
Yeah, fuck all that. We got more games to talk about. They can wait.
No. We have one game to talk about after this. That's it. The Hoosiers, and then we'll preview the Texans later. But Matt, new additions to CU, and there was
we're not going to CU yet. Next fucking topic.
It's 30 minutes in the show. We haven't even talked Colorado.
Wait. I don't care. The numbers keep going up. Fucking if you wait.
The numbers are going up. Colorado just got a fucking
fuck that. No, next. The two.
Hold on, Matt. I don't think you know. Did you hear? I don't think you heard that Colorado got a brand new offensive tackle commit.
Hey, I don't give a shit. I'll talk about it in 15 minutes.
From Georgia? No.
Wow. No, just wait. Hey, you know where he's not going? No, he's not going back to Georgia. That's where he's not going.
6'7" too, man. No, fuck it. Let's talk about the Hoosiers.
6'7" in 15 minutes.
Fuck C. Let's talk about the Hoosiers, I guess. So the Hoosiers took out Oregon, beat the shit out of them, man. This was an absolute fucking ass whipping. I'll be honest. Like I was. I mean, Matt, did you expect Indiana to put 56 on Oregon like this? And Dante Moore
we didn't get to talk about New England and the Chargers. We didn't. Like, can we go back to New England at the Chargers and finish, please? I know you're having a rough day, but it's okay.
We did talk about the Chargers.
We didn't actually. We did it. We stopped at the Niners and the Eagles, and then we went back to Jacksonville, and now we got to do the Chargers. And then we'll do the Steelers at the end of the show. It's okay. We're fine. Hey, we're never losing, Bailey. We're learning.
I know
we're
you're betting the Texans. I know.
Hey, tonight. Well, I'm not taking the Texans. Fuck that. But that's neither here nor there. Again, into the show. There's blocks.
I know, Matt.
So look, New England and the Chargers. New England and the Chargers. The Chargers chargered. Harbaugh's job is safe. When they get their tackles back, maybe Harbaugh doesn't get fucking absolutely murdered. Have you seen a quarterback get hit like that in a while? It's been a long time.
That's what happens when you lose Rayshawn Slater and all got high ankle.
Yeah, but it also was a fucking demolishment.
What do you have to say about Justin Herbert? Because all I hear is the bust conversation now about Justin Herbert.
He's not a bust. Justin Herbert is Phillip Rivers. He's Dan Phelps. He's another Charger quarterback. Other than Stan Humphries, you guys have never had anybody get you to the fucking Super Bowl. So Dan Fouts, great regular season quarterback, sucked in the playoffs. Phillip Rivers, great regular season quarterback, sucked in the playoffs. Even with the Colts, he sucked in the playoffs, lost in Buffalo. Justin Herbert, great regular season quarterback, absolutely terrible in the playoffs. Absolutely atrocious. He was awful last night, regardless how bad the O-line was and how good New England's defense was. He was terrible. Their play calling was terrible. They didn't run the ball enough. I know Hampton was out, but he's been out. The other kid has been running plenty good. Defense played hard, but not good enough to win. The Chargers chargered. The Patriots, on the other hand, I fucking love Mike Vrabel. I hate that I'm saying this because I hate these motherfuckers cheating ass New England more than maybe anybody in the NFL, and that includes the Raiders and Chiefs, but Vrabel is an absolute stud of a coach. I would love to play for a guy like that. His players love him. Mm-hmm. I still think they're a year away. I do. I think they're excellent this year. They could win it all, of course, but I think they're a year away. The Chargers had chances to win this game. Let's just be real, and they fucked it up. So
everything.
I will say this: I don't know what Chris Collingsworth, like the kind of mushrooms that this guy's on in the booth. But for Chris Collingsworth, obviously fucking absolutely blind. He's up there hanging out like he's got Ray Charles glasses on, and Stevie Wonder is the one pointing out the fucking the replay because he's up there right before, like in the fourth quarter or something. He goes, "Man, this Charger offensive line sure is playing great tonight." And 3 seconds later, Justin Herbert gets strip sacked and murdered again. They gave up like 9 sacks and 15 pressures, and he got hit like 25 fucking hurries. He was getting murdered, and this idiot is up there talking about how good the line is playing. Chris, get Justin Herbert's dick out of your mouth. I mean, holy shit, Chris Collingsworth. It is time to retire, dog. If you didn't catch that last night, you're either asleep or fucking too high to figure it out like Chris was. But I don't know how Mike Tirico keeps it together because Mike Tirico's pretty good. Chris Collinsworth sounds like a fucking moron. Who was worse yesterday, Romo or Collinsworth?
Collinsworth, I think. Can I ask you, do you have Al Michaels is getting a lot of heat, and it was announced he's coming back next year. Did you have a problem with Al Michaels on Prime? I think Al Michaels does a hell of a job, but
I think Al Michaels is one of the all-time greats, but Al Michaels has lost the zest of life. Al Michaels is still good because he's Al Michaels. Like, he's good, but he just doesn't give a fuck anymore. He's like in Major League 2, and I know you've never seen this because you don't know shit about fuck because you're like 12. But like in Major League 2, that Bob Hughley passes out drunk, and fucking Monty has to take over. And it's like he hits the ball and he goes, fly ball, caught. That's what Bob Costas is doing. Pass down the left sideline, caught. And it's like the biggest fucking play of the year. And he just shows no emotion. But at the same time, I think if he did show too much emotion, he would probably have a fucking aneurysm or a heart attack because he's like 90. So, yeah, it's probably time for his old ass to go too. As long as Herb Street doesn't do any more pro games. I think Aikman is awesome. I love Aikman. Aikman doesn't pull punches, and he's fucking really real, and he disagrees with the refs. I don't mind Aikman at all. I think Schlereth is a hell of an announcer, but you only watch him if you're watching like Carolina or Jacksonville because he's the last guy on the list, and they give him the shit game every week. Other than that, bro, there's some really, really shitty announcers. I liked when Talib did a game back in the day. I'd rather fucking Snoop Dogg do a fucking game than Chris Collinsworth, dog. At least I would laugh the whole time.
You said
I watched Snoop Dogg do a fucking Snoop Dogg was announcing or on the broadcast when Steve Kerr almost got in a fight the other night at a Warriors game, and it was the most entertaining shit I've seen all week.
You sent me that. That was funny.
I hope that these goddamn corporate entities that are super fucking white, they're super white. I wish they could just get a little bit more fucking flow in their goddamn broadcast. You know what I'm saying? Like, can we get anybody in there that speaks like a fucking human being instead of a robot? Old cyborg Chris Collinsworth and cyborg Herbert Street and cyborg fucking, Al Michaels and cyborg Tony Romo and his goddamn partner who just blows him the whole time. Oh, right again, Tony. Like, this isn't a blowjob festival. This is a fucking football game. That's afterwards. Tom Brady did pretty good. Tom Brady showed me how to throw the ball in the wind. I was like, fuck, Tom, that's pretty cool. The ball was deflated. Fuck. Did you see how deflated the ball was?
What do you think of Tom Brady's announcing? He did a little.
I like him. I like Tom Brady.
I think he's doing like in year 2. I think he's taking that next step. Greg Olsen obviously I think does a hell of a job.
I like Olsen. Olsen's pretty good. He was so good they fucking replaced him with Tom Brady.
Listen, he was pretty damn good, man. That's just a name thing at that point.
I will say this. I haven't done it for a long time, but I did a bunch of games back in the day, never at the pro level, obviously. But it's a hard job, but that doesn't mean you can just suck at it. And just because you played in the league doesn't mean you're good at it either. Mm-hmm. Like talking in front of a camera in a fucking monkey suit and playing football are like two different things. Let's just be real. And also, the amount of makeup you have to put on to actually look like a fucking human being on those, it's fucking ridiculous. I was just like, I'm not cutting my beard or wearing makeup. This is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Didn't go over well.
I think you do a good job though, man, if you ever pursued that again.
Yeah, well, I'd have to be radio, Matt, and I couldn't say motherfucker or
you would really have to radio Matt times 10.
All right, let's do the college games.
All right, let's dive into it. Well, Matt, let's dive into CU news, and we'll cover Hoosiers portal news.
Can we just do the college games, dog, and then do CU and be out here? What the fuck?
All right. Indiana beats the shit out of Oregon. I mean, golly, Dante Morris starts out with a pick 6, then it was supposed to be a screen, and he just straight up drops it, fumble. I mean, good Lord. Oregon absolutely collapsed, and the Hoosiers look legit. Now, I'm curious on your take on the Natty, and we'll preview that and discuss that up to the 19th, but what were your takeaways from the Hoosiers win here?
Look, how I said earlier about the Bears, I wish Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams would just play like that all the time. That's how Indiana plays. They play like they're behind by 10 all the time. And it's pure attacking, and they're old, and they're all leaders, and Scannetti's just got these guys dialed the fuck in. I don't know how Miami's going to win this game. I have no clue. Unless Bain and Mesidor go fucking nuclear. And 99's got to be healthy, and it looks like his ankle's pretty fucked up. He only got 2 plays the other night. And that hurt him because Ole Miss was, you could definitely tell that not having that inside presence hurt. But look, Indiana, what they've done at Indiana is, I'm just going to say this because this is a Buff show. It reminds me of what Bill McCartney did at CU. Bill McCartney took over a joke of a program nobody gave a fuck about, that could never win shit, that everybody laughed at, and 4 years later, he was winning a national title and turned it into a fucking powerhouse. Now, Scanetti has done it in this era. First team is probably going to go 16-0. I don't know how Miami's going to beat this team. Mendoza looks like the number 1 pick to me. Have fun with the Raiders. Or guess what? If you go number 2, have fun with the Jets.
Your Jets, yeah, you guys got Mendoza.
Yeah. Let's draft another quarterback at 2. Woo! Look, it was an incredibly dominant football game, and I honestly, I don't know how you don't like this team unless you're a U alum or a player. I know that the U is also a great story this year. The resurgence of an unbelievably awesome program. I love watching what's happening right now with Cristobal and the U. That's awesome. We have a great relationship with those guys too. It's just fantastic. But this is, I can't fucking believe what I'm watching. I can't believe it. And I understand it's because of the transfer portal in the state of college football, which we're about to talk about with CU. But to act like this can't happen in Boulder is ridiculous. It can. But you know what? You know what they're doing other than just bringing in veteran players? Because now, like, we can look. The Miami game was awesome. The Ole Miss Confederates take an L. It was incredible. I'm glad Miami's in the final. The Hoosiers in the final. It's great. It's going to be fantastic. College football is awesome. We'll talk about the final later. But moving from like what Indiana has done to CU, this is what I'm going to say. And we'll talk about all the players and everybody they're bringing in and the new additions and how excited everyone's excited in the transfer portal. You know what Indiana has done with the guys they brought in from the lower levels? They have developed the absolute shit out of them.
I mean, yeah.
And Eddie coaches, and he doesn't keep his guys after hours. They're just very detailed on what they're doing. They're very deliberate on what they're doing. So my prayer and hope, I shouldn't say prayer because what the fuck am I praying to exactly? But my hope, my wish. Sorry, all you guys who still believe in Santa Claus and you're 50. My wish is that Marion and CEO Prime, because that's what this is, and Livingston, those 3 figureheads on this team, can figure out, coordinate, and fucking delegate good enough to get the position coaches to maximize every minute in practice, to maximize every minute in film. I don't know how you operate without being like a big-time film junkie. And we all know, and you can disagree with this all you want and sound like a fucking prime sexual idiot, but we all know that they didn't do that last year. They didn't watch tape. We all know this. So that I don't know how you operate without being a junkie in the film room. And no, I want to know, personally, I want to know what's about to happen. That's just me. I mean, it's like an open book test. If you fail an open book test, you're remedial, period. Yeah. Look that one up on your fucking AI chat. That's a fact. So every football game is an open book test. Did you study? You can, and guess what? There's a portal on the fucking field on the iPad now. I didn't have that shit. I had a whiteboard. I had to remember shit from film. Now you can just watch what they're doing. You're like, oh, fuck, look what they're doing. We can fix that. But that's the next step here with this group. Are they bringing in good players? Fucking A, man. Martinez had me ready to run through a goddamn wall the other day.
Yeah. I really like to have him on.
Bro, let's go. So, Boo Carter, great addition. Does he have some character issues? Yeah, maybe. Good. Good.
Hey,
can we talk about getting him? I don't want quiet boys. Bring in some bad motherfuckers.
This is a kid I was really excited about them getting because, I mean, I'm out here in Knoxville. I've seen his up and downs for the Vols last, year or two. But
did he get in trouble?
Yeah, he's had some off the field issues.
Did he get in a fight or something?
No. Nothing like that. And nothing I don't think Prime could easily coach out of him. Here's the other thing that excites me about him. They ran him both ways in the spring, Matt. He plays offense too. They ran him both ways, kind of like Travis out here.
Well, we need help.
There's a lot of potential for this kid from CU.
Look, this is a great pickup. If you're going to lose Byard, this is who you can replace him with. Cool. I want somebody that's edgy. Again, I'd rather say Weldon Sickum. If I have to tell you to speed up all the time and to do your job with a little enthusiasm and give a fuck, you're not going to be around me for very long. If I have to tell you to slow down, we're going to get along really, really well. Really well. Super well. And since I got on this fucking CPAP machine, dog, you better tell me Weldon Sickum, goddamn it.
I think you got more energy than ever.
That shit fire. Other than it's super uncomfortable and my nose feels like it's going to fall off. It's pretty cool. I'm eager to see how they finish this. They've got another week in the portal, so that now they have to add depth, and that's going to be tough. But there's enough players. There's like 11,000 motherfuckers in the transfer portal. So I think we got enough guys to pick from. Good God in heaven.
Let me ask you,
I'm excited about Blue Carter. If you come knock somebody's motherfucking head off.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a really versatile player for CU. Can't wait to see how Prime uses him. They also got Randon Fontenette from Vandy. Man, this kid played for Vandy. He was a captain for Vandy. I thought he was a really good player for them. I was actually kind of surprised he left, but CU takes him. Their safety room looks pretty damn good. Obviously got the kid Mitchell from New Mexico State as well to build up their new safety additions here. Matt, what are your takeaways from getting the Fontenette from Vandy?
Again, I like all the guys they brought in. They're bringing in leaders and veterans and guys that have played and captains. I still would rather see a C on your chest than a D or an L. That's just me. But the D or the L means captain, then that needs to be earned this year, not given. I'm sure Juju and Seaton will both be captains. Well, it'll be very interesting to see who else, emerges out of that group. Mercenaries, everybody wants to be the big dog. That's going to be a process of elimination, which is why I want spring ball to be so hush-hush. It's not that I don't want them to film shit. Let's just not do it during spring ball. Let's be a little like Cloak and Dagger. You feel me? Like, I don't want everybody to know what we're doing and how we look. So that's just my opinion. Look, man, what this is all going to come down to is development. Even though they're veteran players, the last thing I want to fucking see is what we saw last year. Like, oh, well, they're SEC guys. They got to just do their jobs. No, just because they're veteran players does not mean they don't need to be coached hard, bro. We have got to fucking coach everybody as hard as possible, including the new big tackle from Georgia. If he's 6'7", 330 leaving from Georgia, there's a reason he's leaving.
There is a reason he's leaving. So just breaking news, since everyone has been spamming our chat for 20 minutes, we know. Colorado lands Bo Hughley from Georgia, 6'7", tackle, started 2 games for him. What are your takeaways here? Let's see if you can play. I think
he'll be a good depth piece that might go in and compete at one of the guard spots because both the tackles are coming back. So there's 3 open spots. He doesn't play center, so that means there's 2 open spots. If he's 6'7", 300, and he played 2 games and he's got 2 years eligibility left, why hasn't he been on the field before in the SEC at Georgia? And then what is he going to bring to Boulder that makes me get excited about this other than his measurables? You guys have got to stop with this shit. Every single time a fucking player goes into the portal, half of the prime sexuals tweet CU and box and everybody, get this kid. We're not going to get everybody, and we don't need everyone.
God damn, it's not
who we want. You know who we really want to hear? You know, every swinging fucking dick on both sides of the aisle, the prime sexuals and the real CU fans aisle. That's what I'm talking about. Everybody should go and annihilate Blake Purchase's social media as fast as humanly possible. Blake Purchase went to Cherry Creek. He should be at CU. He's in the portal from Oregon. He's a fucking monster. You want to make a difference? Go get Blake Purchase.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think go take him from
fucking quick. I know that he was on a visit there. I don't know why you would let him leave. Bro, what do you want?
Did he visit there? I didn't even see it. I don't know if I saw somebody tweet out that he had in the past. But, man, yeah, he's a great player coming from Landon and Eugene. Speaking of Eugene, Matt, they got their ass whooped by Signetti in the Peach Bowl. But today they landed a commitment from Dylan Raiola. So now Dylan Raiola, his journey continues. In 2021, he was at Burleson High School. 21 and 22, Chandler High School, committed to Ohio State, decommitted from Ohio State, went to Pinnacle, committed to Georgia, went to switch high schools to Buford, decommitted from Georgia, signed to the Corn in Nebraska. Matt Rule spent a year or two in Nebraska. Then he enters the portal and now is with Dan Lanning in Oregon. From what I understand, if Dante Moore stays, he will back up Dante Moore and start in 27. I'm going to assume Dante Moore goes to the NFL, so he's their presumed starter, I would guess. But, Matt, what are your takeaways from him committing to Oregon? Obviously, everyone's saying, oh, look, because of the Patrick Mahomes video and Mahomes wearing the Oregon jersey and saying that he's just copying Mahomes, yada, yada. I think he needs to move on from this Mahomes gimmick shit. Either way, he's committed to Oregon. Matt, your takeaways?
Dante Moore should go back to school. You don't want to play for the Jets or the Raiders. You're not good enough. Go back to school. This kid needs to be the backup. I don't give a Tiffany fuck what he does. He's an ex-Nebraska quarterback, kick rocks. I'll tell you this. Patrick Mahomes is wearing an Oregon jersey because Oregon fucking lost or beat Texas Tech. He had a bet with somebody in the locker room, you idiots. It has nothing to do with this guy going to Oregon. I think Dylan Raiola needs to figure out who he is rather than trying to be Patrick Mahomes. It'd probably be good for him to sit behind Dante Moore for a year and figure out if he can actually play the game or if he's just a product of hype. He's a good player. No one's trying to say he doesn't have talent, but the grass is not always greener. So eventually also, and look, I don't care about transferring anymore. This is the world we live in. If you need to transfer to help to better your situation, transfer. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. So if Nebraska would have done a better job, he'd be there. If Nebraska wanted him, he would be there. I think it was a mutual separation. Yeah. I can't believe we actually stopped talking about Colorado to talk about a fucking Husker, but hey, it's been a weird Monday.
Sam Levitt commits to LSU, Matt, while the USC five-star transfer Longstreet was visiting there. Lane Kiffin flew out here to Knoxville while Sam Levitt was visiting the Volunteers and visited with Sam Levitt, and looks like it worked. But that's after Damon Williams goes back to Washington, etc. What are your thoughts on Levitt going to LSU?
Again, grass and greener. Although I don't think the LSU Tigers and the SEC are like as formidable as they once were. Obviously, you can miss me with this. SEC needs 8 teams in the playoff shit from now on. It's fucking ridiculous. Big Ten also. I know the Big Ten was in the Final Four with 2 teams. The SEC had 1, a team that they didn't think was going to get there. So there's a lot of good football teams all over college football. LSU is a different animal. We'll see if Lane Kiffin and this kid have rapport. Just because you played for a good OC doesn't make you a great quarterback, and just because you're a great quarterback doesn't mean you mix with every OC. So I don't know how this is going to work out. I'm of the mindset that people can see through Lane Kiffin at this point, and that the Ole Miss thing this year kind of exposed that he's not really the end-all, be-all. Like, it was a team with a bunch of good coaches and good players. That's why they were successful, the Ole Miss Confederates, I mean. I don't think a lot of those guys are going to follow him, and I think a lot of recruits will still go there, yes, but are you getting the right kind of guy? Because Lane Kiffin is a certain type of dude, and he's going to attract a certain type of dude. And looking at college football right now, it seems like more of the selfless, working, grunt mindset, climb the ladder types are more successful these days, i.e. Mario Cristobal and Kurt Skinnetti and their football teams. I mean, period. I mean, Miami has more of the buy the player thing, but Reuben Bain and guys like that, they've been there a while, and those offensive linemen have been there a while, and they've been building that right together. They put Timmy in the mix and caught fire. Indiana is homegrown from James Madison. That whole fucking team, I watched that special before the game on the James Madison 15 that came in there and changed the program around.
Mm-hmm.
So, and plus their coach and all their coaches. So I would rather go after the grunts that will climb the ladder and work that are actually good football players, and not the 247 freaks that are 5-star fucking shitbags, because there are way more shitbags than you think. Like, and especially these days where you're investing in 18-year-olds who still live with their fucking mommy, but they're getting $1 million. You think that's going to turn out well with all these kids? What are you, out of your fucking mind? So yeah, the mature ones with real parents and not fans are going to handle it correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can give Breck $1 million and he'll Deacon $1 million and they'll be fine. You give just some guy who doesn't have any guidance, who's just big, because that's the way this goes. Trust me, I know. $1 million, he's going to be in the transfer portal the next year. That's why there's 10,000 motherfuckers in the portal looking for a check. So there's a difference between earning and getting something. Remember that. And I'm in this business. I want my guys to get paid. That's why I run a gym and evaluate. I don't just evaluate and sell players. I don't sell shit. Everything I do is based on return on investment. You invest in yourself through my program, I give you your dream. That's the way this fucking works. Not, oh, coach, I've got the best 6'7" tackle you've ever seen. Give him $1 million, and then some dumb fuck coach falls for that. Give me a break, dog. So this is all, look, it's all about development at this point. So yeah, do I think Lane Kiffin can be successful? Sure. Do I think maybe he needs to look a little bit deeper than just the top 200 list? He better, or you'll do the same fucking thing that the last couple of coaches have done down there. Get fired, even after winning a fucking national title. Because after Ed O hit fucking goal bringing in Burrow. Because you don't bring in Burrow and he goes somewhere else, that doesn't happen. Now, that team was fucking loaded, and it had first rounders all over the place. But what happened after he had success? It fucking tanked faster than you can say Ed O is in the fucking backseat with another co-ed.
Mm.
You know how fast you can say that? Fast. That motherfucker's slinging.
Yeah,
grab on her.
It all gets around, baby. But Matt, let's dive into Monday night here. To everyone watching, we appreciate you watching. Go ahead and pound that like button, subscribe, and become a member. I'm really happy with some of the transfers CU's brought in. We'll continue to dive in and break them down here.
Did Tom get a longer shirt? Yes, Tom got a longer shirt. Tom is playing JUCO ball right now at Valencia out in California. Probably go back for another year and get another shot. We're all rooting for Big Tom. Let's come to my gym. I'll make you famous.
That's right. He is famous. Matt, let's talk Monday night. Monday night wild card action here. Texans, Steelers. This is going to be I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be it's going to be a low scoring game. I have an odd feeling. What are your thoughts here? I lean Steelers at this point. I have a gut feeling Pittsburgh gets it done, getting DK Metcalf back if they run the football.
Odin is in Valhalla. You mean Odin with the bad hips? He's a CSU player. But Odin really got his hips really improved.
Really?
And then he quit. Boomer quit too. Boomer had terrible hips and got really better and then quit too. I think these guys get roasted on the internet so hard that they feel like maybe their hips do lie and then they quit because of it.
Good Lord. Matt,
don't come
Steelers
to my place like a fucking idiot, man. Everyone's gonna see it.
Yeah, it's gonna blow up quick. TikTok.
It's undeniable. You're gonna get put on blast.
Oh man. The Steelers are 3-point home underdogs in the wild card against the Texans. Totals 38.5. Matt, I don't know. Who do you believe in more? The Texans offense or the Texans defense? Let me just ask you that. Who do you believe in more? I guess it's the Texans defense. How good would Colorado be if they had Signetti instead of Prime?
I think they would be undefeated and in the national championship.
Fair. I also think Cignetti picked Bloomington for specific reasons too. But yes, I think
his way works. I think you could put him anywhere and it would work.
Yeah, he has a ton of head coaching experience, I will say. He's been doing it for a long time. Definitely understand. I mean, his Google me. He ain't lying.
If you can do this in the Big 10, dog, and you move into the Big 12, which is the fucking exaggerated Mountain West, like, you better fucking mop up. What are we talking about?
Matt, where are you at with the Steelers game here? Steelers-Texans. I think the Steelers get it done. I think they find a way to get it done because I just don't know. I believe in Aaron Rodgers figuring out a way to score with getting DK Metcalf back, running the football, and managing the game essentially versus CJ Stroud, who I think has struggled, and that Texas defense is elite. I just don't know how they'll score points. It reminds me of a Texas Tech situation in the playoff.
This game is not going to be a skill player battle. This is going to be the trench. If the offensive line for Pittsburgh plays well, they'll win. If the offensive line for Pittsburgh does not play well, they will get fucking dominated, period. Because Aaron Rodgers is going to be forced to do everything by himself, and he's going to be running around and getting hit, and his old ass is going to crumble, and that'll be over. If they protect him, they'll probably score a couple touchdowns, and Pittsburgh has a chance to win. But Pittsburgh has to play their best, and Houston, CJ Stroud is also going to get hit and knocked around because their offensive line isn't great either. So I don't know what the over-under is on this, but take the under, and whichever defense – how much?
38.5.
I would still take the under. Whichever defensive line and pass rush group, if Hightower, what's the other 56's name for the Steelers? Not Hightower. Is it Hightower?
Highsmith.
Highsmith. If Highsmith and TJ Watt can get home and Cameron Hayward can get home, they'll win. If Hunter and fucking Anderson are the best, they'll win. That's just the way it's going to work. And everybody behind them will feed off of those two players. So TJ Watt notoriously has shrunk in the playoffs. That's why they haven't won a playoff game in Pittsburgh since 2016. Houston's won playoff games for like 3 years straight. So they're used to this. They're used to going on the road and winning. They're used to winning in the wild card round.
Well, I got to throw something to that.
Yeah, it could flip.
They're 0-6 in road playoff games. I think they're like one of the only teams that hasn't won a road playoff game going back to
them and the Chargers. Well, look, the Steelers haven't won a fucking playoff game since 2016. So both these teams are trying to break a streak. We'll see who gets it done. I mean, look, the money's going to be on Houston because their defense is better. But the old man could pull one out of a fucking hat one time and win a playoff game in Pittsburgh. And they'll probably build a statue for him at this point. It's been so long. So the Jet inside of me wants to see Houston murder Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers. But I also, I don't know. There's something about Houston that just screams fraud to me, and it starts with their quarterback.
The Houston's offensive line is what is their issue. I just don't. CJ is a hell of a player, but he ain't been the same since their offensive line has been from like average to. Then they lost Laramie Tunsil. He goes to Washington. They've been just horrible.
Yeah, no quarterback is the same when your offensive line sucks. Not one of them.
So that's where I'm at. I trust Pittsburgh's offensive line more than I trust the Texans. Looking at the defense, I get the Texans are a lead on defense. Stingley and that secondary are legit. Obviously, Anderson and Hunter off the edge, but I don't know. I'm leaning with the Steelers on Watt, Hayward, and a last hoorah with Aaron. I think they get it done at home, man. Give me the Steelers.
I wouldn't be surprised if the winner of this game is in the AFC title game either, because I don't think New England can beat either of these teams at home.
Damn. Okay. So that's going to be real interesting. If your Broncos can get past Josh Allen and the Bills at home, that's going to be a real good game too. But give me the Steelers. I'm going to take a money line here. They are 3-point dogs as we speak. The total is 38.5. I lean over in that sense, especially if the Steelers are going to win. I think they're going to put up some points here. I think it'll be set around 44.
By the way, for me, this is real. Mike Tomlin has never lost on Monday Night Football with the Steelers.
I don't think they've lost on Monday since like 92 or something I read. It's been a long time.
So, that's crazy.
Betting against that is crazy shit. Give me the Steelers. Fuck that.
I'm not taking Houston. That's for damn sure.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Give me the Steelers. I'll lay them the money line. And if you'd like to do that, go head over to FanDuel today. This show is brought to you by FanDuel. Matt, great show on this fine Monday. We'll be back tomorrow to break down more Colorado Buffaloes news, transfer portal news, etc. React to tonight's game here and discuss all things college football news as well. Man, what a great show. If you guys watch, pound the like button. Matt, and closing thoughts.
No, happy Monday.
Okay. Good show on this fine Monday. Pound the like button, subscribe, become a member to the Dungeon family here at 0 to 60, the premier show for Colorado Buffaloes football coverage. We will see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Mountain Time. And we hope you have a great Monday. Enjoy Steelers versus Texans wildcard matchup tonight. We will see you tomorrow. Peace.